Okay. So, all right. So welcome all of you. So, this is the first time we meet again, right? At the beginning of the semester, I was supposed to see you guys, but there's some problem, so I delayed this. So, Travis, Brittany, you were there on who else at my center. You know, how you been, Colin?
I didn't remember this Sunday.
Oh, remember? Oh, yeah, I mentioned about that. Remember a few times, right?
Yes, I now it rings a bell.
That's okay.
It's fine.
That's okay. So, you
Yes.
the final presentation here, right?
Yes.
You are the only one, remember? Good, good. Okay. Yeah, 30 minutes, yeah. Okay. So, Travis, can you share how was uh the celebration at my center? How was that? Can you can turn on your you can turn on. Go ahead.
It was they had the same performance, similar performance with the dragons as they did on the New Year celebration, but this time they also did a teaching as well.
Were you there the first time?
Yes.
The first time, not the second time.
No, second
The
time.
second time. It's similar, right?
Yes.
Here we have more people, right?
Yes.
This one is just for the religious celebration, and the New Year one is for everyone. You were there. Okay. The Brittany, you've been at this Buddhist center many times, right? How was that? It's small. You can turn on. You can turn on. You know how to turn on the mic? What's that?
Trying to join the
So, try. You log in the Zoom yet? Oh. Do you have a link? Oh, you don't have that? Let's pop up on. Yeah. Okay. So why we wait for others? You log in? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, how was that? Can you share?
It was very similar to the first one. I feel like the first one was more
Turn
like
on the mic.
The first one, I feel there was a lot more like it was longer than the second one. The second one, it was really similar to the first one, but it's not, I wasn't expecting like the line dance because we only like whenever I go to my center, I only experience the line dance like during Lunar New Year, not like in the middle of the year.
Let's for fun with the children. How was that? You log in? Yeah, can you share? How was that? You can turn on. Yeah, go ahead.
For the second one, I wasn't able to attend the first one. However, the second one, it was very, I would say it was inspirational because
Sorry, turn on. Yeah, turn on your mic. Yeah. No, sorry, you can turn on the microphone. Yeah. No, you can turn on. Can you turn on?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the this event, it was very beautiful, especially the dance that the group was doing. And then for the mantra that we did afterwards, it was very beautiful as well because we only usually the temple that we go to, we only do the I believe it's the second chant that we did, not the last one with the translation as well. So it was something new that I learned. So I thought it was really cool.
So your mom enjoy?
Yeah, she really liked it.
Mhm. And your brother was my student before, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so Gano, right? Gano, what's your name?
Yeah.
Gavin?
Yeah.
Oh, Gavin. So how was your spring break?
Good.
Did you go somewhere else?
Let's see, I went to see, okay.
Yeah, turn on there.
Let's see, my spring break, I did a lot of art, practiced a lot. It was good. Chilled out for the most part. We went to see me and my family went to see Kung Fu Panda 4. That was fun. Let's see, we checked out a new mini golf arcade. Yeah, I just pretty much chilled out. It's good.
Ang, right? Your name is Ang, right? And how was your spring break? You can turn on. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
The biggest tree in the world.
Oh, really? Orlando?
What?
You
The
went
redwoods
where?
in San Francisco.
Oh, I
I
see.
took like a trip to the Sequoia Park
Oh,
and like the trees are really big and they're really nice. Yeah.
okay, that's nice. Your name is Sima, right? Huh?
Yeah.
So how was your spring break? Yeah. Relaxing. So did you guys have time to make up your mission assignment? So remember. So I won't subtract any late submission. So I give you guys the times and the chance to make up even assignment 1 or 2. If you miss them, do it now. Right? Don't wait for last minute to jump. Okay. Other professor will not allow, right? But I give you guys that chance. So if you miss anything, even the analysis paper or anything that you miss, you can make up. Yes. I think week 12, that's mean April the 7th. So
Okay.
from now on, you can submit that. That's okay. Okay. Any question before we move on? So you remember today I give you the lecture, right? Be ready for five quick question, okay? It's be a simple question, right? It's no trick question. If you listen to my lecture today, any question? Okay, what's the name? You Roland, right? Okay. So how is your spring break? Very good. Okay, so let me share the screen with you. Let's see here. All right, so this week will be the week number, you can say number 10. Right, we talk about the 3 bytes of Buddhism, and here, right here, week number 12, or 50 report. You can submit anytime from now to that date, all right? Yeah, April the 7th. So who have done the field trip report or who working on now? Okay, where did you go? Oh, you went to my place. Okay, Travis, and who else? How about others? Did you go to any place? any Buddhist center to do your future report? Okay. How about you? No. Okay. What's your name? Eric, right? Did you go any place?
I'm planning on going.
Mm-hmm.
Is.
And Jam, right? Your name? Not what's your name? Dylan? Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you plan to go? Did you go any place? So please don't wait, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure. Say your name, please. Yeah, say your name. So I want to make sure that I have your name here. Okay, so yeah, today we talk about the three baskets. The three baskets is like the baskets in the past. So they put the basket of Buddhist teaching, what they call the sutra. The next one is Vinaya. That's mean let me share with you this one here. It's much easier for you to get to understand. Here, what they call it, Pitaka or the three baskets here. The first one is Vijnana Pitaka. That's mean the baskets of rules, mainly the monastic rules. The second one is the sutra, or mainly the Buddha teaching. And the last one is philosophy or commentaries that we call Abhidhamma Pitaka. So here, remember, for the discipline basket, mainly spoken by the Buddha, right? All the monk could not. All mainly Buddha had the authorities to speak, to give the guideline for the Buddhist monk and nun to follow. Please remember that, right? For the Sutta Pitaka or the teaching, mostly the Buddha spoke the teaching. I mean that the yeah, he gave the teaching, but there's sometimes there's some of his followers that can give the teaching too. The Abhidhamma, most of the time the commentaries of the Buddha teaching, that's mostly spoken by or explained by his followers. So please remember that. And of course, I don't expect you guys to remember all. This is very complicated. So these are the basket of Vinaya, or the books of discipline that Buddhist monks and nuns need to follow. The rules, how to live as Buddhist monks and nuns, how to conduct themselves at the monastery, and so forth. And for the Sutta Pitaka, you see that this whole list of sutra is this one. Remember, it's only in Pali, right? So in Buddhist tradition, up to now, we have three main canyon. The first one is Pali Canyon. The second one is the Sanskrit Canyon. And that Sanskrit Canyon was translated into Chinese and Tibetan language. So now, since the Sanskrit Canyon was burned down or destroyed by the Muslim invasion during the 13th century, so right now, nowadays, we have three main canyons. The first one is the Chinese, the second one is Tibetan, the last one is Pali. So here I will show you. Remember? So these are the area where where Buddhism spread to what they call Southeast Asia country, and this belong to Theravada tradition. You see this one here? And mainly they follow Pali tradition. Remember that, please, okay? And here are the yellow one, the Mahayana Buddhism. Mainly they follow either Tibetan Canyon or the Chinese Canyon. So please remember that, okay? And here, right here. So this is the first one is the palm leaf manuscript from Myanmar, written by the Burmese people, right? And this one is in Chinese. So please remember that. Probably even you don't know the language. I can read Chinese, but I cannot read the Burmese one. And this one is the Pali one, right? You see the difference, the Pali one, even you don't know, but you can recognize the script, right? And this one is in Burmese too. Yeah. Okay, so this is in Chinese. It in actually, yeah. In Burmese. Okay, anyway, yeah. So today I don't want to explain everything here, but I follow what to call. Okay, I give you one of this one here. As you can see. Here. Mhm. So right here, according to, you can say, the legend, mainly the legend, they say that the Buddha in one of his summer retreat, he went up to this sutra, this heaven, Tavatimsa heaven, to give the Abhidharma explanation of his teaching on that heaven. In one summer, he used his psychic power to go up there to give the teaching to mainly to his former mothers, the one that passed away. Remember when he was born, within 7 days, right? His mom passed away. According to legend, it says that after her passing, she was born in this heaven. They call the Tavatimsa. That later on in one summer retreat, so the Buddha went up there with his psychic power to give the Abhidharma or commentaries on his teaching or philosophy on his teaching. That's the third packet, the third basket. This one here, Abhidharma Pitaka. Okay. So today, let's see here and the way anything else. I'm focused on the question that I paused online for you guys to respond. The first one is the Samadhi Sutta, the right view discourse. Since it's being complicated, you see that the list of sutra, even for me, up to now I could not have time to read all. That's why I set it out some of them, so that you can understand what's those sutras is about. It's just some of the example of the sutra for you to learn, right? So I will explain briefly about this type of sutra for you guys. Yeah, let me see. Do I miss anything? Just wait for me, okay? Miss anything else? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let me share with you guys these two questions. Yeah, when they give you the lecture, yeah, if you have any doubt, let me know. So the first one, the what it calls the sutra on the right views, this course. See here. Yeah. So this sutra, the right view, mainly it talk about the wholesome, unwholesome, the treatments, the Portable Truths, the 12 course condition, and the review about the course original decision and so forth. So this one are the information that yeah, I use this online, and I think you can access that too. So mainly this sutra he mentioned about wholesome and unwholesome. It relates to the physical, verbal, and mental action. So remember in my class, right, I mentioned about the difference between good and bad, right? Remember? What's the difference between good and bad in Buddhist view or in universal understanding? What do you think? Gavin? What's the difference with how could we define what's good, what is bad?
When you do something that's morally right or something more wrong.
Yeah. How could you define what that's wrong, that's right? How? In conventional way. Not only based upon Buddhist view, but also based on other tradition too.
I guess something, morally bad could be something that could like affect another person's life in a negative way, I guess.
Colin, remember we talked about that, right? How is that?
Also, intention.
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, can you turn on? Yeah.
So, for example,
Can you turn on the mic? Yeah, so that we all the people can hear you too.
If I remember correctly, yes, it has, of course, there are some actions where it's very easy to differentiate between right and wrong, but there are some where it's a little more morally complex. And in those cases, it has to do with one's intention.
Yeah.
And so one can actually be in a moral quandary and do something that ends up causing someone harm. But so long as their intentions were pure and not to do harm, then that is a righteous deed, correct? Even if they mistakenly end up harming somebody, but their intentions were to help them. So intention plays a big role in
Yes.
determining
Mhm.
morality in Buddhism.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, thanks for remind that important view. So basically, in general, right, when we talk about right and wrong, right, whether they're Buddhist, non-Buddhist, or Christian and non-Christian, right? Right when we help others, we help ourselves, help others, right? Wrong does mean when we harm ourselves and others. Simple. It's universal value, right? But in Buddhist view, it focuses on intention. It makes sense now? All the tradition they may not mention about intention, but Buddhist view, right? It emphasizes on intention. That's a bit different. Make sense now? Okay. So let's go back here. So here, that unwholesome karma that we create in Buddhist view with our intention, good intention, or bad intention. That create from the physical, verbal, and mental action them. And the root of unwholesome, definitely in Buddhist view, greed, hatred, delusion. In the according to the second number 2, and it when we talked about the nutriment, it relates to the food contact, mental volition, consciousness. Since we don't have much time, so I can go over briefly. So let me give you one example for the nutrition. Of course, every day we consume food, right? We drink water, right? To sustain our body, but also we consume information. Is that right? Every morning we wake up and turn on internet or news, listen to news. What's going on over there? This is some sort of nutrition for our mentality. Make sense? Or even when you listen to your favorite music, that is some kind of nutrition for your mind. You feel happy when you listen to that kind of music. Make sense? So this is a lot, but so I just want to go over briefly. And of course, you guys know about the Four Noble Truths that I explained to you, the suffering, the root of suffering, the cessation of suffering, the way, that means the Eightfold Path and the 12 courses here, that we discussed before too. Important is that we need to recognize the 10 of sensual desire, the 10 of beings, the 10 of ignorance. So remember, you work on the video clips that talk about one guy that he used the black hole. Remember that? Because of the greedy mind. That's why he got stuck there. And in our daily life, sometimes we have to deal with our own greedy mind too, right? Sometimes we get stuck because of that, and we look at other people in the same way. So the Buddha said that's the root of the problem there. So that is mainly that is the sutra of right view here. Okay, this is the first one.
Would that be a rejection of Anna?
What's that?
I saw that there.
What's that?
What you just showed, they have the taint of sexual desire, I believe, and if I remember was the taint of.
You mean here?
Yes, yes.
This one?
So I'm just wondering what that,
This one here?
yes.
The original tense is in the term of ignorant. That's the word ignorance here. Is that what you're asking about?
The second one,
This one?
Yes, that one right there, the taint of the
The tender being.
projection on that one, on itself,
This one here.
yes.
Yeah, the tender being. That's that. In Buddhism, that's the anger. Yeah, we talk about anger. Remember that if someone cut you off, right, while you're driving, right, you may have the anger. So in Buddhist view, that's one of the poison. Of course, in big corporation, they have anger management, and I wish that later on they can recognize craving management. Probably they don't talk about that, right? They talk more about anger. But remember, anger and desire or craving are two sides of the coin, right? If you love someone else, right, so much, but they reject you, what happened then? You be angry, right? And with my age, I seen some couples, they love each other so many years, but when they could not live together, right, and they bring themselves to the court, they become enemies. And probably you may have seen some of them, right? That's what about. Okay, so there's the first sutra. I just want to go over briefly about those sutra, not much in detail, otherwise we won't have time. All right, the next one is this discourse of establishing of mindfulness is so important. Later on, if you want to learn more about this kind of mindfulness practice, you should know. Okay, so this one here, I talk about the mindfulness of the body, the mindfulness of your feeling, the mindfulness of your own mind consciousness, and the mindfulness of Dharma, or the elements of all Buddhist teaching or all phenomena. So here, remember I used to tell you that let's say you go to the student center or cafeteria and you observe most of students, right? How do they eat? Most of the time, while they're eating, they're talking, right? They wouldn't be mindful about their eating. So do we, right? Most of the time, we want to do many things at a time. So it's not easy for us to be mindful. So in this sutra, it teach us how to be mindful of our own breath, our own body, our own action. That's what the body is about. It's it a lot. I just want to go briefly about. And mindful of our feeling. Have you ever sit down and be mindful of your feeling, whether good feeling, bad feeling? It's not, no, it's not, it's pretty rare, right? Let's say when you consuming ice cream at the restaurant, would you contemplate how good your ice cream is? Probably not. Why? Because most of the time while you consuming food, you talk with other people. You're busy to do other things. You may not pay attention about your whether good feeling with that ice cream or not, right? So that's why in this sutra it mentioned about you need to be mindful of your physical body, be mindful of your own feeling, be mindful of your own mind. Please do step by step. It's easy for us to be mindful with our body. It's not easy, right? It's like you guys, after this class, you need to walk to the next class or go home and so forth. You may not feel when you walk, whether you to put the right legs first, the left foot later. You will not pay attention much. Is that right? So that's what this sutra is about, right? The mindful of your own mind. Yeah, when you don't pay attention on, or if even you are not mindful with your body, it's not easy for you to be mindful with your own feeling, not talking about your own mind. Make sense now? So we go step by step. I just give you the broad information so that you can understand, and later on you can learn more. And so the first step is physical body, the mindful of physical body. The second step is the mindfulness of the feeling. The third step is mindfulness of your own mind, right? And the last step is mindfulness of even your existence and so forth. It's pretty complicated. But if you really focus on they even the breath and so forth, you can calm your mind down and eventually you can move on to the next step. It makes sense now, right? So that's what this sutra is about. The sutra of the discourse on the establishment of mindfulness. You follow me? Okay, I just want to go briefly about that. All right, the next one is pretty famous one. Anyone of you know about the finger necklace sutra? Probably you may not know that story. Anyone of you know that story? Colin, you know that story yet? No. The story is this. What they call okay, here I can share with you the image. Finger. See here. Finger necklace. Okay, here. It's very famous. And you see this? You see here? Anyone of you seen this one before? No? No? So the story is this. I want to summarize this. So basically this guy, he's a good guy. But somehow he went to the school back then during the Buddha times. So his teacher said that in order to graduate from my school, you know, remember in the past, the student went to the private education, not the public education like here, like nowadays. Make sense? So he went to that famous teacher to study. And somehow his teacher gave him the condition that you need to get 1,000 figure for me in order to graduate from my school. The reason behind is that his classmates were jealous about him because he was so smart. And somehow they say that he has some affair with his wife teacher. Make sense? That's why his teacher is so angry that he want to harm him. That's why he made the condition that if you want to graduate from my school, you need to get 1,000 figure for me. You understand now? You follow me? Right? So yes, he did. He went out, of course, in order to get finger. There's no one that volunteered to give him the finger. So in order to get their figure, he need to kill them. So according to legend, he killed 999 people. And that's why here, you can see that's around, you see that's here. Around, so it's so many of them. So he put the chain around his neck. And according to legend, they say that the last one he want to kill is his mom. But the Buddha on that moment, so he recognized that if he killed his mom, he would go down to hell straight. So what happened then? So on the day that he planned to kill his mom, so the Buddha walked past by him and he chased after the Buddha. He could not chase after him. So later on, somehow he say, Buddha, please stop. So Buddha say, I stopped already. You need to stop. You follow? Right? So so he say that, well, I chase after you, but you need to stop. But Buddha say, you need to stop of killing people. That's what the Buddha meant. Make sense? So from that time on, he let go of everything and become Buddha's followers, even become Buddhist monk too. And of course, later on, he have to pay for his karma that people threw the stone to him. And Buddha say, well, that's the karma because you kill 999 people. So just accept the karma. So yes, he did. And he passed away later on, but he attained enlightenment. So that's very famous one. Very famous one in Buddhist tradition. Let's say if you know someone that just released from the prison, so they were criminals, right? And somehow they don't have any place to stay. So could you dare to host them? Could you have your name is Jem, right? Could you dare to horse them if you know that they are criminal? They were released recently and they don't have any place to live. Could you dare to horse them? Probably not. We won't dare, right? So, but the Buddha accept him, and actually, the king on the day that the Buddha convert him, the king sent his army, a soldier, to seek for this murder. And somehow after conversion, so he was a Buddhist monk. So the king went to the monastery and talked to Buddha and say, you know, today I lead the soldier to search for that murderers, to calm people mind. So Buddha say, what happened? What should you do if he become Buddhist monk? Would you forgive him? And the king said, because out of respect to the Buddha, the king said, yes, I will. And even I will offer my food to him too. So the Buddha smiled and say, he's here next to me. And yeah, he bowed to that newly ordained monk, just mean the murderers. And he's offered the food to him too. So one more times, the Buddha accept everyone as long as they're sincere. So this is one of the most famous story. That's why it's so important for us to forgive other people's mistake. Whenever we make mistake, right? We want other people to give us that type of forgiveness, right? So do they, so do other people. So that's the story about. Okay. So that's the sutra of the figure necklace. All right, the next one is what they call the neck essence sutra. Yeah. So this one, the next essence sutra, is talk about. Let's see here. Yeah, it talk about Kula. That's mean the little or small precepts, and the Machihima. That's mean Sila. Sila. That's mean precept or rules. The middle one. And the Maha just mean the big, the important one, right? So the cooler one is like no killing, right? No stealing, no misconduct, to be honest, to speak the truth, absent some slander and so forth. Right? I just give you general that general view about that. I don't want to go in detail because it's a lot of information. And the middle one, the Machihima Sila, absent from even hurting the seed, plant, root, and so forth. Of course, cheating, trading, slavery, forgery, literary, and criminal conduct. They're reasonable, right? But for the other one that they hurting seed, plant, root, and so forth, of course, is practical nowadays, right? So of course, like the farmer, they need to plant the seed and so forth. But for the Buddhist monk, they need to abstain from that. They need to stay away from even cutting down the trees and so forth. Abstain from holding food, drink, clothes, bed, performance, and so forth. For this one is for the monk mainly. Taking food once a day, absent from watching show, from playing games, so mainly for monastic communities. This one is here, using the luxury furniture and so forth. So, remember we talk about the Upasotha. Remember that the day of the absent, so the Buddhist people, they go to the Buddhist temple, they receive a precept instead of five. Besides receiving 5 precepts: no killing, no stealing, no such misconduct, no lying, and no taking intoxicant. So they take this kind of precept, not eating after lunch, not lying on the luxury bed, not wearing the perfumes and so forth. So that they can live in the simple life. Okay, so that's what it's about. So don't worry about this. It's just the general one. I give you the information. Absent from earning money, from fortune telling, divination, and so forth. So that is mainly for Buddhist monk and nun, right? And it's discussed about all the 18 beliefs and so forth. And that's different from Buddhism. It's talk about eternalist belief, the partial eternal belief. And in this part, I think later on you can recognize that the Buddha tell the story about how the earth was formed, was developed. So in Buddhist view, according to the Buddha explanation, he said that somehow, let's put this way, you know, in the past, people migrate from one continent to others, right? According to human history, right? So the Buddhists say that somehow there's some spiritual beings or some celestial beings, they migrate from other planet to the earth, and somehow they get stuck here. That's why eventually we have human here. That's different from evolution, right? So in evolution, they say that we grow from apes, right? So that's the idea. Okay, I just want to give you the brief information. Just focus on the other important one. Yeah. So the next one, that's in general, that's that type of sutra. A universal universe is infinite. The universe is limited. This is the view from other tradition, from other religious view. Okay. So all right. So we don't want to talk much about this pure law. The next one, okay, the fruit of contemplative life. Here. So this story talk about one of the Buddha followers, the king, the young king. So basically, he imprisoned his fathers and didn't provide any kind of food. That's why his father passed away because of starving, and he became a next king. So because of that, he's so afraid of going to see Buddha because his father was one of the Buddhist main supporter too. So one day, he was encouraged by his minister to see the Buddha. Yes, somehow with all of his courage, so he went to see the Buddha, and he asked about what is the benefit of become Buddhist monk or even the non-Buddhist religious people. So why there's so many people um uh uh leave everything behind to become Buddhist monks now? So that's his main question about. Let's put it this way. So what's your major? Did you know what's your major? Computer science. Okay. What's your name? I forgot. Your name? Angela, right? What's your name? Angela? Angela, okay. So what's your major? Hair major? Okay. What's your major? Political science. Why you choose political science? Why? Huh? Oh, law school to become a lawyer? Wow. So when become a judge, federal judge and so forth, right? A supreme judge, right? Good. Uh-huh. How about you? What's your major? Huh? Oh, journalism. How about you? What's your name? No. Howard, okay. Exercise class, okay. Your name? What's your major? Economist. So you are, what's your name again? Brand, okay. Economist, right? So again, why you choose that major?
Kind of already. But things, I guess the way the world interacts with itself and the people in the world and the mechanisms that they use to interact with each other, financially, economically, scientifically, as a whole, interests me.
Yeah, and what's your major?
Major.
Art major?
Yeah.
So you want to become artist?
Kinda, I'm doing minor business.
A minor business? Okay. So again, the reason why I asked you about your major, because you have to go for your life, right? So you can see whether you you pursue that kind of major for your wealth, for your status in the society, and so forth, right? You have that type of goal, that kind of purpose, right? So that's why you go to school, right? So I go back to the story. I mean, there's this sutra. So the king asked about the purpose of become a Buddhist monk or nun. Why so many people left everything behind and become Buddhist monk or nun? They have some purpose. Make sense? Everyone has different. So someone may focus more on the wealth, right? To become billionaire, all right? So someone want to be president, the Supreme Judge, if you want to, right? And so forth. So everyone has different view of life. All right. How about reason? What's your computer science? Okay. You want to move on, or you finish 4 years, that's enough? You want to move on to the other school? Yeah, so you have your goal is to make money and design something else, right? Who know coding here? All right. Oh, okay. Wow. If you have computer science, you should know. Right. Anyway, so that's a point, right? The king asked why so many monks, why so many people left behind everything and become Buddhist monk and nuns. So more mainly they want to follow spiritual path. And here on the list, would I say that the fruit of contemplative life, solitude, delight, virtue, pleasure, simplicity, contentment, mental calmness, jhanic bliss mean in meditative bliss, insight knowledge, and so forth. So he lists out the benefit of become Buddhist monk and nun. Like you can list out the benefit of become a computer science engineer, artist, and so forth. So that's what it's about. Okay, it's a lot. I just want to go over it briefly so that you can understand. Even to attain supernatural power, mind reading, tree knowledge, and so forth. Of course, for us nowadays, especially for you guys, it may not necessary, right? But that's the purpose of become Buddhist monk non according to Buddha explanation. All right, that's all. The next one, that's one here, and the next here. Let me see. I want to skip this one because let's see here. I think I went over what they call the 12 link condition before, right? Yeah, let's see here. Later on, yeah, let's see here. Oh, right here. You can see this. Oops. So that's what this is. The 12 clean condition is about. Oops. Okay. Can you see? It's too small. So it's about here in Buddhist view, right? In the past life, because of the ignorance doesn't mean that we don't understand anything. Because of misunderstanding and so forth, we create some kind of karma here. And because of those kind of karma, they lead us to this lifetime and in the form of consciousness. And because of this consciousness, we have the body and the mind. Right? From the body, the mind, we have the sixth sense, the eyes is the tongue, right? And we have the contact, like our eyes see the sight, right? And with the contact, we have the feeling. Like when you consume the ice cream, you have good feeling. Or when you eat chili, it's hot, right? You have that kind of feeling, right? And let's say if you love or like some type of ice cream, you like more. Make sense? Right? And the next one, if you want to have more, you get more, you buy more. And you crave for that. And according to Buddhist view, because of that craving, you go to the next life. Right? Remember, I gave you the analogy that if you drop, if you break your laptop or you break your cell phone, right? You may find another one to use. Okay, so that's what the 12 link condition is about. Okay, any question? So the next one is what we call the Metta Sutra. Yeah, this one here. This be a famous one in both tradition. So basically, this sutra mentions about you need to contemplate, you need to spread your loving kindness toward anyone, any people on earth, or even any sentient beings, with that type of loving kindness, and you care for them like the more they care for others. That kind of teaching is so important. What they call the loving kindness here. You follow? Okay. Right. So the next one is the Mangala, the rated good fortune. So let's see here. Who used to go to the church? Okay. All right. So Eric, right? So why you like to go to church? Your family go, okay. So what's the purpose of your going to church? Colin? Okay. All right. So how about others who used to go to the temple, right? Trang, right? Whitney, right? Why do you go to the temple? Because your mom told you to do so? Really? What's the purpose of going to the temple or the church? That's what my question. What's the purpose? You can turn on talk.
For my family, I believe it's because they want, my parents wants me to learn about the tradition, and also so that whenever they do pass, they told me that it's so that we can honor them and then help them, go with Buddha.
Yeah, Rishan, you Hindu, right? You go to Hindu temple, right?
Yes.
Why? Huh? Why? Can you explain in general why you go to? Can you turn on your microphone so that all the students can listen?
I can project lower.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So, when I was younger, I never really questioned it. Of course, you kind of just attend religious services and practice if you tell you to. But as I got older, I realized that when you connect your life to something greater than yourself, it can sort of give you this more, it gives you this sort of grandiose feeling, right? So whenever you say go to church or go to temple or something, as you stated, right, you want to connect yourself to something greater than yourself. So even if you might question some things and you might have a greater understanding of things, it sort of improves your mood, the environment, the vibe, the community, the connection, and the atmosphere, sort of energy can get to you in a positive way. There's a lot of benefits that can come out of it.
Especially, thank you. Especially COVID-19, right? So Travis, did you do any prayer during the COVID-19? Not really. Any one of you spends more time to pray during the COVID-19? How was that? Can you turn on?
I had no choice. There was nothing else to do. And times were hard. So
It's
it
hard.
just felt like more
Mhm.
hopeful to speak to someone.
Yeah, during COVID-19, some students, especially the young one like you guys, they have so all kind of depression, right? Because you may not have the job that you expect to have, right? Because COVID-19. What's your name? What's your name? No, behind you. Yeah. Your name? Kevin? Okay. Okay. So did you pray anything during COVID-19? Did you pray during COVID-19? Yeah, okay. So anyway, so my question is that's what I'm asking about. So when we do the prayer, right? Whether you go to the temple, the church, the mosque, and so forth, most of us we do some kind of prayer. Pray for what? For our health, for our well-being, right? From God, from Buddha, and so forth, right? So, but this sutra, go back here, this Mangala Sutra, the Buddha say that here the real blessing is to have to support the parents, to be generous in giving, to be respectful, and so forth. Especially in this sutra, I talk about, let's say, after graduation from college, definitely every one of you expect that you will get a job that accord with your major. Make sense? But what happens? Sometimes you may not get a job according to your major. So would you take that decision? Would you take that? Let's say after graduation, right? Somehow you got some interview, right? And somehow they may accept you to do as mechanical engineer, for example. Would you accept that instead of computer science engineer? Would you accept that?
If I have the skills for this confident, I saw those. I like the part.
That's the point.
I don't need to commit to one specific.
How about dinner? You're computer science too, right? So what happened then? If someone offer you the job that's different from your major, would you accept that? Okay, but what happened if it's too hard for you to find a job? And you need to apply for even technician one. Will you do that? It happens sometimes, right? So my point is that when you get the job that according to the skill and knowledge, that's your blessing. According to this sutra. Okay. So when you do the prayer, the God, the Buddha, and so forth, to get things that according to our wish, but sometimes we would not. So in Buddhist view, especially this sutra, it talk about when you get something according to your wish, that's your blessing. You know, sometimes right, people may have DS degree, MA, MS degree, even PhD degree. They couldn't get a job easily. But some of them, they just graduate, they got a job right away. Make sense? Right, that's their blessing then. Okay, so that's what the Buddha talk about this sutra. All right, here it's very interesting. The number 10. I will show you. Now, when you're angry towards someone else, right? And so when you're angry, right? So look at here. Is that true? The Buddha say that when you're angry towards someone else, you may wish that person be ugly, or that person may sleep badly, or that person may not get any profits, or that person may not get any wealth. That person may not get any reputation, or that person may not have any friend, right? If you're angry toward that person, that people, or you can say that enemy, so forth, or you may wish that that person may break up with body and so forth. That's what the Buddha say. So the Buddha mentioned about those kind of angry thought toward the one that we say we claim themselves as our enemies. So of course, it's just the general idea, right? So when you are jealous, when you're jealous to other people, when you're angry to other people, mainly we would not wish anything to have for them. Constantly, most time we have the negative thought about them. We wish that they fail the class. Make sense, right? We wish that they break up with their girlfriend, boyfriend, and so forth. That's what the angry mind is about. So the Buddha explained about this kind of sutra so that we can recognize and transform them, transform that kind of mentality. Make sense? Okay. And the last one is be a famous one. Yeah, this is the last one I want to explain before you guys can take the 5 minute quiz. So this one here, what do you call here? The sutra of what do you call so it's just talk about, so one guy every day he went to the street back then during Buddha times. He went to the street and he bowed in 6 direction. And when the Buddha approached him, he asked, "What you doing here?" So he said that, well, before my dad passed away, he told me that every day I need to go out here on the street, right? In middle of the street to bow 6 direction. And Buddha said, okay, no problem. But I have some ways for you to do more meaningful way. So the Buddha mentioned that here, instead of bound six direction without understand why. So the Buddha say, oh, here, you can bow to the north. It talk about the friends, right? The friends is about the commitment, generosity, kindness, and so forth. The north is for the friends, and the west is for the spouse, right? The spouse, the wife and husband. Honor the wife. I mean, that how about your wife and her and your husband and so forth. Respect and so forth. And in the East, you need to, when you bow to the East, it means you need to honor the parents, support them, fulfill their duty, and so forth. When you bow to the South, that's for the teacher. That's you need to rise up and read them, attend to them, and so forth. So, and the native, the upper and the lower, with the worker, the asset, and so forth. So the Buddha gave him this kind of information so that he can bow in meaningful way. Understand now? Okay, and that's the main one. All right, since I don't want to talk about the other one. This is pretty in depth about this sutra, the 12th one. So if you pick up one of the question to respond, that's your choice. All right. So any question? Okay. So this is just some general information about this sutra that I set it out so that you can learn. Okay. So one more time, I give you the choice. Pick up one of them to respond. Okay. So today I just respond to you briefly so that you can have the idea. Okay. Are you ready for the quiz? Ready? Okay, it's pretty simple if you follow me. Before I want to show you this video clip, okay? Pay attention. All right. Let's see here.
Dynasty Tripitaka because it was created during the Goryeo dynasty period. Tripitaka Koreana is also known for many mysteries it holds. The first mystery is the fact that these water blocks are still in impeccable condition, not twisted or rotten at all for 750 years after their creation. And the second mystery is that all 52 million Chinese characters on the water blocks are consistent and even in style, almost as if they were carved by the same person. All 6,569 Buddhist texts inscribed on 81,258 water blocks. The third mystery is that Tripitaka Koreana has never been damaged by fire or war. Tripitaka Koreana is stored at Hainsa Monastery in the southwest of Korean Peninsula, and while this monastery went through 7 major fires and several wars, including 2 invasions from Japan, Tripitaka Koreana somehow managed to remain unharmed. Some people believed that this kind of a miracle happened because of the message of peace Tripitaka Koreana carries. Tripitaka Koreana was corrupted during Goryeo 40-year war against the Mongol Empire that arguably had the most powerful armies in the world at that time. Goryeo people tried to fend off the Mongol holders and create a peaceful world through the Buddha's blessing, which might have led to the miraculous preservation of those water blocks. It was no small feat to cut trees from all over the country, transport them into the temples, workshops, chop them into water blocks, and inscribe the text onto them. A phenomenal amount of time and manpower was invested in the process. Archaeologists estimate that at any given year, an average of 1.25 million people would have been working on the Tripitaka Koreana. That is a shocking number of people considering the fact that the population of Goryeo at that time was 3 million. Virtually every adult man and woman in Goryeo was involved in this monumental endeavor, desperately praying to the Buddha for peace. Each water block is 1.57 inches thick, and if you stack all the water blocks vertically on top of each other, they reach the height of 2.01 miles. The water blocks weigh 280 tons. The water carving experts say that it would have taken 593 engravers for 12 years to complete the project. Studies shows how technologically advanced Goryeo was, which explains some interesting facts about Tripitaka Koreana that the researchers found out. Once the trees were cut down, they were first soaked in the seawater for 3 years. After they were dried off and carved into water blocks, they were boiled in the salt water again. The second round of drying took another 3 years. Only after this repeated saltwater treatment, which hardened the water enough to resist the ravages of time, the blocks were deemed ready for inscriptions. Precise scientific methods were applied to safely store Tripitaka Koreana as well. The ideal conditions to store wood are the temperature around 68 Fahrenheit and the humidity below 80%. But there was no place in Korea such conditions could be naturally met all year round. Still, in a clever use of the topography of the mountain slopes, Goryeo people setted the storage buildings in such a way to limit the exposure to the humidity in the summer and the frigid air during winter. These arrangements also kept the amount of sunlight allowed into the storage at the level optimal for the preservation of the water blocks for each season. And the size and the placement of the windows are adjusted in a specific manner to create a scientifically effective ventilation system. Also, the floor was dubbed with a mixture of clay, lime, charcoal, and salt, which absorbs excess moisture in the air and releases it when it's dry. For these reasons, UNESCO made this comment on Tripitaka Koreana. The water blocks of the Tripitaka Koreana and miscellaneous scriptures possess high cultural value as an example of the best printing and publishing techniques of the period. However, many Koreans still believe that the miracle of Tripitaka Koreana was made possible not only by science but also by the message of peace Tripitaka Koreana contains, by the vision of a people of Goryeo carved onto the wood for the world, where everyone lays down their weapons and live in peace.
Okay. All right. So you follow? You ready? Okay. So if you pay attention from beginning up to now, I think you can do the quiz easily. Only 5 questions. Okay. Let me please keep the cam on. Yeah, let's see here. I give you the link. Okay. I give you the link to the question, and you can do that. Okay. Let's see here. No, let's see here. Yeah. I give you the link through the Zoom chats, okay? And take time. It's just easy question. Let's see how you take this, okay? You ready? Okay. All right. So click on the link there. Click on the link of click on that link. You can see the question. You should click. You should log on the Zoom then. Can you see the link? All right. Yes. Can you see question? Yeah. All right. Take times. Only 5 questions. You can see question, right? Listen. Oh, good. Take time is okay. Not in hurry. Okay. This be easy question. Mm. You done? Yes. You don't have the quiz? Oh, okay. Email? Oh, you want? Oh, the chat? Okay. You sure? You see now? Welcome. If you miss here and there, don't worry. It's only 5 points. Okay. It's not big deal. Okay. You have plenty of times to make up. You done? Oh, really? You get all? You get all? Okay. Oh, Kristen, are you here? Kristen? Oh, you at home?
Yeah, I didn't realize we had in class today. Do we have it next Tuesday as well?
What's that?
I didn't realize we were coming to the classroom today.
This is an announcement, even on the syllabus too. Yeah.
Gotcha. So do we come next Tuesday as well?
No, only today and the last day of the semester. Yeah. You done? You got all? Okay. Gavin, you done? Oh, good. You get all easy, easy. Good. Okay. Where's the self paper? Where's that? The paper? Yeah, this can be passed up. Anyone of you, please sign your name and want to make sure that you're here. Yeah, please sign your name there. Yeah, please make sure to sign your name. Okay, I want to make sure that you're here. You won't miss the. So remember, you're here for 5 points, right? The quiz is for another 5 points. Okay, and let's see. How you work out. Okay. So this is the second quiz you have, right? You like to take quiz every time we meet? Probably not. I know. It's scary, right? But that's okay. Don't worry. I can test your patience, test your attention. How much you pay attention? It's simple. You get all? Okay. So don't worry. You miss only 2 points. No big deal. You have 13 extra point, 30 or 15. Only 15. That's okay. Who get 30 extra point? We have 30. Okay, Travis. Wow, you have plenty. You have the two, Brittany? Good. Who have 15? Okay. Yeah, that's just for your extra to compensate what you miss. You see, it's a trivial. That's why, of course, I don't want to scare you. That's why I don't want to keep the quiz every time. That you can enjoy the class. Okay, to make sure you pay attention. That's all. Yeah. Who's still working on that? Raise your hand. Who's still working on? All of you done? All of you done? Okay, good. How was that? Brent, how was that? It's easy? Really? Oh, okay. Roland, right? How was that? Then, how is that? Yeah, if you pay attention, it's okay, right? What's your name?
Sam. Sam.
Sim?
Sam.
Kim? Oh, Kim, how is that? Okay. Your name? I forgot your name. Huh? How is that? Easy? No, thank you. Wait, wait. Huh? Okay. So. Division is easy. What do you think? You get all? All right. Colon, how is that? Yeah. Okay. So we have the meeting the next. Yeah. Of course, next week we meet online. Okay. Please remember that, and we will see each other here on which the last day of semester. I forgot which day is that. Yeah. April the 30th. Okay. That's our last in-class meeting. The rest we meet online, and Colin will do that final presentation. Okay. And the next the next paper will be the future report. Okay. So on April the 7th. So if you have any questions, stay back with me. All right. And yeah, thank you. Otherwise, you can see next Tuesday then online. Okay. Right. So thank you. Nice day. Okay. If you have questions about your work and so forth, I'm here. We can talk. Okay. Yeah, 7.
Which one was that?
The future report.
Future report?
What if we didn't go?
That's your choice. You don't read the syllabus. Let me turn up this one.